1 Corinthians chapter 3, Paul is talking about how we live matters and that Jesus unites us and uses us together, although with different strengths, he uses us together to accomplish his mission. Then he says this in verse 16. He says, "Don't you yourselves know that you are God's temple and that the Spirit of God lives in you?" In other words, in context here, Paul is not talking about your physical health, that you have to be healthy because God's Spirit resides in you. Being healthy is good, but that's not what he's saying here. What he's saying here is that collectively, you and I are the temple of God in the world. God's presence dwells in believers, and so how we live matters because we are his representation, his temple into the world. Now, that means we can have differences. It doesn't mean that we're all the same, but it does mean that we are united around Jesus, that he is greater than all of our other differences. Put another way, that Jesus followers are people who have found the greatest thing. Jesus followers are people who have found the greatest thing. And so we are his temple into the world. We are to unite and show God's love and grace and mercy in the world in spite of our differences.